Oh, Amber, whatever happened to wanting this to be over? Well, I've gathered up some thoughts for you all, and this is why a tell-all could make Amber Heard look worse. I'm Melissa Melotti, your host, and let's jump right into it. First off, she was already proven wrong. Not only did she lose the case, but she also lost with the public. Millions around the world watched the trial, like millions. The final day where the verdict was read had more than 2 million people watching. It was insane. People watched this trial from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day, and they watched all of the witnesses' testimonials. They gathered all of the evidence, and I'm going to say that out of all the people that actually watched the full trial and can have an educated opinion on the trial, at least 99%, maybe even 100% agree that she was most likely lying at many times, and many think that she was even possibly the aggressor in this relationship. At least that's what I've heard quite frequently. Literally, seemingly everyone I talk to that is slightly wavering on this either A, didn't watch the trial fully, or B, has seen too many clips from other people that haven't watched the trial fully and are wavering. But in any case, a large amount of people did, and a large amount of people came together to support Johnny, which means a large amount of people will be angry about the release of this book. If she doesn't take accountability, oh boy. People are frustrated with her already for not taking accountability. She'll say things like, "Of course I did some things wrong, I am not perfect," but then she'll finish the sentence saying something positive about herself. Or she won't specifically say, "I shouldn't have slapped him," for example. Specifically, she has not owned up to anything. If she now writes a book and doesn't once take specific accountability, people will be even more mad with her. Other celebs have tried this. There have been other celebs that have tried this route to save face, and it was a disaster for them. Like the infamous sister of Britney Spears, Lynn Spears. After the epic tweet and Instagram battles with her sister, Lynn released a book posing it as that she was just wanting to tell her story. But it absolutely backfired, with people calling her out on her supposed lies. Former cast members of Zoe 101 called out Jamie for quote-unquote bullying, as well as Britney herself addressed a number of alleged lies in this book. So yeah, it made everything worse. No solid evidence to support her. More and more evidence that continues to make her look bad instead of supporting her case continues to be released, such as Amber making out with what looks like Cara Delevingne. Honestly, here's some tea. I auditioned with Cara for Suicide Squad back in 2015, and she was not wearing any makeup and her hair was up just like it was in that camera footage, and she kinda looked exactly like that, so I'm convinced that it's 100% her, but it hasn't been confirmed. Anyways, my point is that Amber has alleged that she has a lot of evidence that didn't make it into trial, so if she releases that book and there's just a bunch of hearsay and not solid evidence that proves her case, it really won't do her any favors. People will see this as a cash grab. People will absolutely think that this is a way for her to capitalize on all of the attention of the moment, and they will see it as a cash grab. However, though, it might be a good way for her to make the millions that she has to pay Johnny back. So on second thought, maybe we should support the book. Watch, she's gonna put that in her marketing strategy. "Hey guys, so I need to make the money to pay Jay back, so buy this book to really just support him." Should I be working in PR? I think so. Another opportunity for the internet to create more memes. The internet trolls are passionate about not believing her and continue to be pretty cruel, which I personally don't agree with. She digs her own graves. No need to try to psychologically put her in one with your mean words. But by releasing this book and making herself vulnerable to the trolls again, she's bound to get a whole new slew of poop memes. They may lose it with this book. The ratings could be telling. I don't think this will happen because people are curious, and I bet you regardless of everything, people will still buy her book wanting to know what she has to say. But in the odd chance that people really do decide to boycott the book and the sales and ratings are really low, that will not be a good look for her and could just make her seem even worse. Always contradicting herself. She's not a victim, and yet she is a victim. While on the stand, Amber got really mad at Camille Vasquez when Camille insinuated that Amber thought herself to be a victim. She said to Camille, "I have never claimed to be a victim." And yet, in her most recent Dateline interview with Savannah Guthrie, she said, "Maybe I'm not the right kind of victim." So do you think yourself to be a victim or not? She just keeps eating her own words and contradicting herself, and it's just not a good look. She has said, I just want this trial to be done. I just want to move on with my life. But what does she do when the trial finishes? She goes on a press tour. Actions speak louder than words. Her interview did not go as planned. Her most recent interview actually exploded in her face with Savannah Guthrie. The ratings were allegedly very bad, and the internet has been in an uproar over it. Savannah even called her out a number of times, including when she once again tried to make the argument that donated and pledged are synonymous with each other. Her PR team has not helped her so far. Her words have backfired on her so far. So maybe a book is not a good idea. Hollywood may continue to not employ her. The Hollywood elite that were interviewed in the trial, such as Johnny's former agent, mentioned that having any press like this is just damaging to the career of an actor, and as long as the actor keeps quiet, generally the career may eventually bounce back. Just don't give any energy to the scandals. He said specifically that continuing to speak about scandals in the press and engaging in lawsuits is just not good for the actor. If she continues to feed this beast, it may be the reason she truly never works again. Because honestly, I can see people maybe hiring her in the future after they've gotten over this, but definitely not if she continues to keep this going. So final thoughts. Maybe let the dust settle, Amber. Don't dig yourself into any more holes with this, because a tell-all could really just make everything so much worse. We live in a world that makes it impossible to lie, with the internet detectives always on the case. So you most likely will not be able to talk yourself out of this one unless you own up to every lie the internet has caught so far. That may help, but probably better to just let this be. Don't give this any more energy. But hey, that's just what I would do, at least. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Melissa Melotti, your host. Follow me on Insta and YouTube at Melissa Melotti, and I hope you have a good day. Bound to get a whole slew of threats and poop memes. She's bound to get a whole new slew of poop memes. Oh my god, why can't I say that? Poop memes. Memes. Oh my gosh. Can't even say it when I'm trying to correct myself. Okay.